make a USMLE study video. Here we go. So when I was in medical school, the USMLE was one of the most dreaded parts of it for me. Fortunately, I had some really good friends who were really good at it, and I learned a ton from their strategies. I used their strategies on step 1, step 2, and step 3, and they made a huge difference. So here's what I did. First, let's talk about the number of questions per day that you should be doing. Those guys were doing like 80 to 100 questions a day. I ain't got time for that. I did maybe between 40 and 60. Some days it would be 20. And of course, some days were days off. Now, those practice questions are the core of an efficient study strategy. So what do we do with them? Sit down with a calendar of your dedicated study time. Now, if you're in a dedicated study period, that's pretty easy. But for some people, you're studying over months or over a year, or you don't have dedicated study time. But those hours that you're putting in, that place on your schedule where you study, that's your dedicated study time, and that's what we have to work with. Anyway, you're sitting down and you're building out this calendar, and you're going to map out all of the different content phases that you need to study. Cardiology, endocrinology, obstetrics and gynecology, psychiatry, so on and so forth. Or for step 1, your microbiology, your pharmacology, yada, yada, yada. What we're gonna do is take 80% of your question volume. That's going to be on new stuff. So let's say it's my first week and I wanna start by studying cardiology because I want to see that the most number of times because I'm bad at it. And let's say that you're doing 80 questions a day. No, let's say you're doing 60 questions a day. 40 of those questions are going to be focused cardiology questions. Your first chunk of study is going to be doing the questions, then you take a break, then you come back and you review the questions. Now, when you're reviewing the questions, you're going to review for why was the right answer right and why I was distracted by the wrong answers. That's it. Don't get into the weeds of all of these obscure wrong answers and think that you have to know everything about everything. You really don't. When you constrain yourself to answering those basic questions about the question, you will learn the high yield content without getting bogged down in the weeds. And because you're going to be doing questions again and again, you will gather all of the content you need. You just won't get it all at the same time, and that's okay. Okay, so you've done your new questions and you've reviewed your new questions. Great. The next thing you'll do is a shorter bank. So if you did 40 of the new questions and you're doing 60 per day, you'll do 20 questions that are mixed. Let's say it's your second week. You did cardiology and you did some neurology the first week. Your second week, you're studying pulmonology. So your 40 questions are new pulmonology. Your 20 will be a mix from cardiology and from neurology. So you can see as you're going forward, you're getting some new stuff and you're also reviewing the stuff that you just finished. And then you gather content from textbooks and Khan Academy and YouTube videos and whatever resources you like. And there's some nuance per person, but that's the gist of it. Practice questions, review, rinse and repeat. Have a mix of new content and review of old content every day through the practice questions. You'll do fine.